Hello and welcome back to Shadow of War with myself, Hollow. Thank you for rejoining me on the series once again. We are level 39 and last time we managed to defeat the Wraith, the Hammer Man, and see his lore, how he was tricked or betrayed by someone who was courting his daughter, who was part of a different little faction or whatever. He ended up killing him and the daughter and everyone else because he was corrupted by the one and only Sauron. But it turns out Brimbor was actually part of it. He was part of the subjugation of the original Wraiths, or at least one of them, probably a few of them. Talion's not too happy about it, and someone made a really great comment about how it's like, if you look at Sauron and Brimbor back then when they were subjugating those men, Sauron is Brimbor current day, and Talion is Brimbor back in that scenario, doing what he thinks is for the greater good, making sacrifices, but in reality, that cold need, desire to control and manipulate and become the lord of the realm, or this whole Middle Earth. I feel like it's got its grips into Brimbor, and he's been quite corrupted. I mentioned that we're almost at the end now of the storyline with Bruce. We are 89% through, apparently. And we have a mission here to, unquote, end Bruce. So I think this mission we're about to do is the last one for Bruce. So we're going to head down to it. But as we go that way, we're also going to do all of the Shelob storyline. We have 3 memories here. Apparently I've got 4 left total. One's a hidden one, according to someone in chat. We'll see about that. But I've only got 3 left in any of the regions that I can play in right now, so we're almost there.
Sauron understood that power did not come from armies, but the willingness to sacrifice, to lie in wait. This is the truth he taught me, and so I lie in wait. And when the day comes, I will make my sacrifice.
Alright. It's interesting how much progress I get that.
She gave it to us.
There is calculation in her every move. We can never trust her.
Just like I can never really trust you, Brimbor, mate. Yeah, fuck, that's how it feels. That's how it feels. But he's right. He is right. She's not a good person. But yeah, there's the storyline. The invasion on her and with all the Wraiths. After whatever it was, unrequited love or whatever we were getting from those images, those little stills with Sauron and her. He brought an army to her, banged on what was her home, I guess, or prison, we can't really tell, and sent an army in, and she killed them all. She didn't look too happy about it though, did she?
Like the elves, Sauron values wisdom above all else. But for him, it is a cold, hard thing. He believes freedom is an empty virtue. He believes that Middle-earth seeks perfection in order. He believes that he will achieve what those before him could not.
Just kind of more, he's a bad man lines there. So she freed herself, destroying the army that attacked her, killed them all.
In this, she speaks the truth.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
And then left, started going into the mountains. Presumably, the ones to the west, where Sauron let her lie. As a sort of guard, the perfect guard that no one can get by, even if she doesn't like Sauron, still sort of serving him in that way. So I'm assuming this next one we see will be her entering her caves and maybe going into her spider form. For the first time? I don't know. We've still, in all this story and stuff, we've still not found out why it is that she is in like this humanoid form. How she can even do that in the first place.
There is a beauty in power. There is a beauty even in violence. But there is no beauty in tyranny. In the rule of one. That is why he must be stopped. I saw a battle upon a tower. I saw the Dark Lord defeated and a Bright Lord take his place. But the world did not change. I repeat, the world did not change.
A different lord doesn't matter when it's all under one word, like word of law, one subjugation, one tyrant, a dark lord, bright lord. If they're doing the same thing, what's it matter? That's how she sees it. But we've already sort of put that together. The final Shelob memory has been revealed in Cirith Ungol. You must find it to uncover the truth of Shelob's past and Mordor's future. It's also going to unlock the cluster of spider skill upgrade. So this is where her cave actually is, right? Now that I think about it, Cirith Ungol. They tried, in the films and the books, they tried to pass through Minas Morgul and it would not happen. So they went for a cave through the mountains instead, which was where she resided. So she left Gorgoroth and went this way to the mountains that we saw there in the little cinematics, and ended up here somewhere in one of these caves, and well, in a massive cave subsystem that she ended up making, I suppose. Here it is, in her original cave where we met her and would go back to her all the time.
His pet, and I indulged him. He praised my hunger, though he called it passion. We were as one. Now I live in darkness at the edges of his empire. I explore the web of fate, a silent witness to his growing power, his everlasting dominion. It is time for me to come into the light.
So she was considered by Sauron to be a pet. I was like wondering about unrequited love. Maybe she liked him and he looked at her as like just a little fun thing to play with every now and then. That upset her, obviously. And then when she was done being his toy, he tried to kill her. I guess that's what I'm getting from that. Oh god, I can see the spider in there, in this image. Here we go. She was there when he subjugated the first wraith.
We must stand against them. Destroy them.
They will only keep coming. Sacrifices must be made.
You would abandon me.
Sacrifices must be made.
Oh.
The great deceiver will pay for his betrayal. He will suffer. He will suffer. He will suffer.
You guys gonna talk about it? Oh, nah. I guess nah. Really cool concept. She was just a plaything for Sauron, and he just is like, whatever, bye, you know. And that made her very upset, and she was consumed by darkness. Now, Shelob we know is a beast of darkness. The Shelob we know is, like, you know, the daughter of an Ungaroth, or the Ungaroth, a giant spider, one of the first spiders in Middle-earth ever to exist. And most of the major spiders you see in the world now are just Shelob's children in some form. Even the ones in Mirkwood or whatever. So she wasn't actually a spider originally in this universe, this version. She was transformed into one by Sauron's betrayal. But in the reality, she always was one. So I'm going to assume that she was always a spider, and then she was found by Sauron, and Sauron maybe transformed. Sauron maybe transformed her into a human, or gave her the ability to transform into a human. It's an interesting story, but it leaves me confused as to why she can shapeshift, and the idea that, well, because she's an ancient being, that just means she can shapeshift. She could already shapeshift in the first place. Let's just go with that. Let's just go with that. So my opinion is, spider beast, just being a big spider, being a big gross thing, found by Sauron, had a relationship with Sauron of some kind, betrayed because it's Sauron, she's super mad, now she doesn't like Sauron. The super TLDR of that story we just saw. But anyway, let's go find Bruce and finish off Bruce's storyline as well. 2 in 1 episode.
Ranger! I found Ranger! And I found Bruce!
This all feels very familiar. Will this ranger explode like the last one?
No, Ratbag is sure this time. While you was off racing into a trap, good job by the way, I tracked down Bruce. The ugly schrock never saw me. He's got my ranger, the real one.
I'll handle this, just keep out of sight. I don't want any more surprises.
Right, splendid. We'll do it your way. No faffing about.
I don't trust this at all, man. There's no way. It's just going to be like another barrel that's like, yeah, that's my ranger. I love
Bruce
ranger.
doesn't expect us. We should strike now.
First, we save Ranger.
Ranger is expendable. Our priority should be making an example of Bruce.
He will be dealt with, but we have to make sure Ranger is safe.
We have to do this without them discovering us, so I'm going to just do it quick. Be careful. A bunch of them looked at me there. Almost saw me, but I'm just gonna go through here. They're talking about how he's torturing the ogre, how they kind of feel bad for him. So it seems like this is the legit thing, the real thing. There we go. Yep, this is him. I wonder if he's even going to recognize me.
It's all right. It's all right.
Easy. Easy.
Maybe don't roar like that when we're trying to be quiet.
Can you walk?
One of the few ogres that still talks in demon.
I'll take that as a yes.
Huh. He's a tough one. I like this ogre, man. He's really cool. Oh, hold on a second. On my minimap, there's a golden ring. What the hell? When did this drop? Well, it's not very good, but guess I'll grab it.
You're ready to end this. That makes 2 of us.
I don't know where all the enemies are. You'd think that they'd still be in the camp, but they're actually dead. There's a dead guy there. Something's happened.
Now to make an example of Bruce.
An example all of Mordor will remember.
Is the Grave Walker insane? A little bit, yeah. Alright, we're gonna have to kill a bunch of guys. Fine, just ignore my question. He doesn't realize we can't understand him.
What the bloody blazes are you doing?
Level 40.
And who said you could let Ranger out of his cage?
Actually, he wasn't in a cage.
I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Alright, I'm gonna need your help, mate. Bruz looks pretty tough, to be honest. If I've got a big ogre helping me, it'll be a lot easier. Let's pull out the spiders. Have them poison some people. Maybe Bruz, preferably. Gonna hit him with an explosion of poison as well, anyway. There you go, he's poisoned. Dodge that. Swing in. Hit him with the... Whoop. Hit him with the execute. Does do damage, good. Alright, we're gonna hit an explosion. Just as long as I move away from it first. He is arrow proof, I keep forgetting. Watch out for that guy. Kind of accidentally hit my ogre as well. Quick execute, more damage. Alright, what about pinning your leg? Oh, he's too big to do that anyway, my bad. Ride Bruce into explosive barrels. I can do that. Be careful, my ogre's getting low. Dodge that. Come on, Bruce, give me the opportunity. That's it. That's it. Alright, Bruce, where's an explosive barrel? Over there. There. Haha! Alright, nice. I'm gonna do that a few times. He's getting pretty low. Ow. Come on. That's not right. I need you to do the other one. There you go. Alright, Bruce. Next barrel, please. Somewhere over here. My ogre's getting low. I'm getting concerned. I gotta do this quicker. Oh, where are you going? This way. Damn it. Push that. Push this. Okay, my guy's down. I have to revive him. Ugh, this is a problem. I got it. He's back to full health. Bruce is broke. Screw the bonus objective. I need to shame him so this doesn't happen again.
Enough. Kill me. Just end it. No. Ranger! Come here, you big glob, you!
Aww. He actually pet him.
It's good to see you too.
That's not what he said, alright.
Pagnak. Bustan Karakan. It's almost like he's talking.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Ranger. Gravewalk. No. Thank you, Bright Lord. We are even. I don't want the fort. I don't want the fort. I never wanted the fort. Is that Bruce? You broke him. I'd rather die than live like that.
That's the point.
Come on, Ranger. Let's get out of here. She's giving me the creeps.
Oh, he's scared of us, isn't he?
You're a cruel one.
Grave Walker.
Damn.
Now every orc in Mordor will think twice before challenging us.
Ooh, I got the achievement Fall and Rise. If you see Bruce again, make toast to shame him again. Jesus Christ. Man. Cool to see that Ogre actually, I mean, it's obvious because you can understand people talking in, you know, normal language or whatever, or common, whatever it is in this world. But he doesn't do that. He chooses to speak in Black Speak for whatever reason. Alright. We got the skill upgrade, Worse Than Death. You can activate the skill to upgrade to make captains you shame suffer an extreme decrease in level. Each time you shame an orc, there's a chance he will become deranged, which will destroy his mind and weaken him further. But there's also a small chance that he will become a maniac, in which case his mind is destroyed, but he actually becomes stronger, which is what happened to that small pikeman who became the glorious, the legend, the ladman, the guy screaming about boys and so on. Whether Bruce decided to betray Talion over time, or had always intended to betray him, we'll never really know. But ultimately, he saw an opportunity and couldn't resist taking it. When Bruce's plot failed, he was able to escape and remain a thorn in Talion's side. Bruce's treachery cost him dearly when Talion deranged him and dominated him, leaving him a shell of his fearsome former self and warning to others who might contemplate ever crossing the Bright Lord. There you go. Bruce's storyline's done. Good character, good story. I liked it. It is simple but fun. A really good side quest. The upgraded version of Shame. Worse Than Death now. And it's going to derange people. Might make them extra weak. Might make them extra strong. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. A great little side story. Now we're going to continue with the Wraith storyline, which I think is really good. Finding out about the lore of the Wraiths, each one by one, makes them all more of a interesting character, because I've kind of looked at them, each Wraith in the video game so far, you know, not the ones in the story in the books, but even so in the story in books, yeah, there are 9 former kings, but incorrupted, and I know that, but I kind of see them as one and one. I see them as kind of like all similar to one another without like their own little story. Now each character's becoming its own little thing. Every Grave Walker feels a little bit more unique to me now that I've been doing this storyline. So I'd love to continue that. I'd love to see all 9 if I could. Okay, we got some activity. And there's our favourite elf.
Whenever I find you, I know the Nazgul must be close.
As long as you wear that ring, they will be closer than you like.
For now, I have no choice. How many Nazgul are there?
Oh, pfft, I failed the mission. No.
Just one.
Isildur.
The king who cut the One Ring from Sauron's hand.
And wore it on his own. This is the legacy of your ring.
Oh, you actually see that in the films. Yeah. And then he dropped it in a lake and died. Gondorians as well.
These men died at Minas Ithil.
These are no longer men! Ah!
Do not hesitate! The only mercy for them is death!
It's the only way to get rid of them, draining them. Right. And you automatically drain them when you do enough damage to them. Ah, you dick. So, there's a slow drain on enemies like this, but it's an insta-kill, yeah. Because they count as undead.
His enemies, denying them rest, turning them against their brothers. Is there no foul stratagem the Witch King will not employ?
There are bound to be many more.
In ages past, I commanded armies of men, and now they will again follow me.
Do note that when we're near them, it sends us into the Shadow Realm. One thing that helps me sort of separate them and remember that they're all like a unique king and shadow and all that is the fact that they're actually giving them different helmets. They all had the same mask on when we first encountered them, except for the Witch King, the main one. Now, like, the Hammer guy looks different. Now this guy looks different. It's nice to have a bit more diversity in the character design for the Wraiths, but I would have liked if they started with that as well, so you could tell straight away.
You will submit to the Witch King, and at our sides you will serve him. Or you will die, and I will raise you as my puppet. You have a choice before you.
You don't.
Apparently if I headshot them, you get bonus damage, so I can, it seems like, insta-kill them by headshotting them. Ooh, damn! Looks like they're not one-shot by that. The headshot. But it does do a lot of damage. And that allows her to sort of clean up for me in the back while I deal with them. Finish this last one off. I'll try and drain him. Might get interrupted. No, I got him. I took some damage for it, but I think it was worth it. I ain't your brother, cuz. But I am apparently your cousin. This is a lot easier than the last Wraith mission because there's not two fucking dragons going for me at the same time. Oh, shh. Let me run. Woo!
You cannot prevail, foolish ranger.
It's going pretty well, even though you say that.
You still do not understand, but you will be made to. All who are called will serve the Dark Lord. There is no escape, even in death.
He serves the Dark Lord still.
Well, good thing the daughter's not here. I don't think she would do too well. I get it. We're obsessed. You're obsessed with the gate. You're a big fan of gates. Ooh, that's some creepy voice acting. Oh god, that is really good voice acting. Did a lot of damage, but didn't kill him instantly. I should have probably used it on the little guys, just to make it easier for myself. Note that when I'm doing these instant drains, it's not giving me health like an actual drain. So if I can just pull this off now, get some health back, there we go. Alright, let's fight him. Looks like he gets knocked down just like a normal captain, like an orc captain. So I can pull off these nice combos on him. Pretty straightforward. Now we'll hit him with an execute. Oh, he's fallen down. This is over. Does have a lot of health. Die already! I mean, again, die again, you know, because you're already dead and that. Maybe try permanently as well. If you could die permanently, that would be cool. There we go.
Isildur will raise more of Gondor's fallen. I will track him. You and I will meet again.
Well, as long as I wear this ring, I'm sure that is true.
We didn't get the backstory on that Wraith in the cinematic, but the reason is probably obvious, I'd say. The fact that we already know his story. They mentioned it. It's well known. He's the one that, at Sauron's defeat, put the ring on himself like a fucking idiot. And we already know all of that.
He swells his ranks as fast as we deplete them. There is no stronger enemy.
All enemies have a weakness.
Or a strength that can be used to our advantage.
Interrupt the ritual. Stop the captains from being chosen. So it's like one of those little mini missions that we've done before. There'll probably be that necromancer involved. They're trying to bring back some undead, but we actually have the elf helping us this time, so it should be a lot easier.
Some of your followers.
We must recover them.
Oh look, it's like the captain's thing with Bruce.
Nobody breaks up.
Except it's Nazgul that are holding them. They're probably trying to corrupt them. And note that we're in the realm again where I'm unable to do a lot of my normal abilities. Like, manipulating enemies isn't a thing I can really do.
We knew you would come. Now, join your army in service to the Witch King.
This is what I'm talking about. Note his face. They look identical to one another. Not like that. Alright, let's free the captain real quick. He'll make this fight easier. Not that I think this looks easy. Right, if I press 4, I can enrage my captain, which will help. I'm gonna bring out... Oh, okay, something just one-hit me. I was gonna bring out spiders, but I got one hit. I'm gonna back up away from that situation then. Then I'll summon spiders. I can't summon them! I guess it's because I'm in the Shadow Realm. Too many basic orcs around. Let's get this guy out of the picture. Farewell, Crimp. Choose my sword for your death. Careful here. The elf and my captain are doing great work distracting them in the back. So I can just focus down the wraiths. I don't even need to worry about saving the other captains. We can do it after we've dealt with these guys. Almost got him, he's low. Yes! And that returns us back to the real realm of the world, so we can start using our abilities again, like summoning the spiders and so on that I couldn't do before.
Those shriekers nearly offed me.
Oh, I made this guy insane earlier, by the way. That's why he's just saying that. Did it off camera. He's really powerful, but all he can say is, I don't know.
Our army remains strong, and we have all but assured the Nazgul cannot track us.
But they are still not defeated. As long as they are out there, we are not safe. You least of all.
But there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching another episode of Shadow of War with myself, Hollow. We'll be back more for the rest of the game more soon, finishing off this storyline. Now, we have to go get that last fortress, but I've also got the canon questline to beat before we do that, I guess. So I want to make sure I do that. But then when we beat that last fortress, that'll be 4 out of 4 in this region, or this massive multiples of regions, and I'll basically have all of Mordor subjugated to my will. At which point, I have to assume that's the end of Act 2. I think there's like 4 acts though, so I'm blown away that there's more after that. Either way, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.